Well, hey everybody, my name's Robbie Greer, and I'm here to show you how I do my style of drawing, which is basically doing old buildings and old fences and sheds and things like that. I love the old stuff. Now, I've been teaching here in my studio for the last 18 months or so. In a lot of cases one-on-one, and sometimes we have classes, but I like to go no more than 6 students at a time. But anyway, basically what I'm going to show you today is well, it's virtually the first lesson that I teach in my classes. And so I like to break things down to the basics, to the real basics, in the sense of shapes. When you look at things, they can be a little bit daunting, and what I find is just breaking them down just makes them a little bit more easy. So the first thing we're going to do is we draw a line for our ruler, and then we're going to go and draw another line. We'll make it about 7 centimeters. We'll draw another line there, and then we come in 15 centimeters. There's a line there, and then we're going to go like that, and then you just go across the top there like that. Now, what we've got, to me, this is the most basic of all shapes. It's, you know, it's a rectangle. When I say the most basic of shapes, it's a shape that is easily drawn with just a ruler, or you can do it freehand. The reason I use a ruler, especially when people are getting started, is because it helps just to keep you on track and keeping things in perspective. So the next thing we're going to do is, because I don't like these straight lines that are created by the ruler, we're just going to go over that. There's not really a lot of straight lines in nature, and it doesn't have to be straight. It doesn't have to be perfect. To me, art is all about the journey. It's all about the enjoyment you get from drawing stuff. Now I'm just going to change pencils. I'm going to use my 2B, and then the next thing we do is we just come in here like this, and we're just going to go and shade it all in. And when you look at what you're doing, you'll find that you're creating texture, and when you're looking at it, you'll see that by laying your pencil on its side like this, it's got to be flat like that. You know, you want it so that you're getting all that side of it. You don't want the point. And when you've done this, then you just go just on the edges a bit there, just make it a little bit darker, just a shade darker. And that sort of gives the illusion that it's round, with a round post. Alright, and then we'll just tidy that up a little bit. Get rid of that. Oops. Make sure you got a clean eraser, it helps. Okay, just brush that away. Now, when you look, if you look at what you've done here, and you can see there's like little I don't know, little lines and bits missing, and it sort of gives it the impression that it could be the bark, or the little knots there, or just the grain. Yeah. And there could be a little split down there. It's an old post. You just go up there. It doesn't have to be flash. Alright, and then I'm going to go along with me blending stick and just go in there and just smooth things over a little bit, just to make it nice and soft. And we'll just go in there again and just find a little bit more. Alright, well, that's the first one. Now the next one we're going to do, we'll go say another 7, and 15, and we go over here, 7 centimeters, and we'll do another one like that. Same as the first one. Alright, we'll just, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to go in again, and because even though I'm left-handed, so I should be working from the right hand side backwards, but for some reason I don't. So that's going to get all smudged. So we'll just put a bit of paper over that. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go along and just go over that line that we've drawn with the ruler, so it's not so straight and got a bit of a wobble going on, and you know, that's not important. Well, it is important that it doesn't look like a straight line. And like I say, the reason I use a ruler, you can do this freehand, but the reason I start with a ruler is just so that my students, and a lot of them have never drawn it before, they've never drawn anything, and so that's why we start with a ruler, just so this makes it a bit easier to stay on track. And listen, you don't have to go straight up like this, you can go all over the place, because you're sort of creating the texture. And it's a little bit darker down there, and here. Alright, once again we get the blending stick out. Go over that. Alright, now the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to put some rails in here. So we'll go about there, and we'll make them, I don't know, what have we got there, we'll make them 10, but it doesn't have to be exact. This is just an idea, you know. You make them 10 mil, and then we'll come down, just sort of spread them out evenly. And we're going to put 3 rails. Alright, well, actually I might just straighten that one up a little bit. Although it's not a big deal at all, but I'll straighten it up, and then we'll alright, now just to make it a bit more interesting, I'm going to just make it a bit more realistic. I'm just going to, with my eraser, my pencil eraser, now you can use an ordinary eraser for this, you don't have to have one of these. I use this because I do quite a lot of pencil drawings, and I just find it's easier, but to get started with you don't need it. And we're just going to go in there and take out this here. Alright, brush all that crumbs away, then we'll go in with our pencil and just go in like this. It just makes it look a bit more realistic. Yeah. Yeah, like that. Now I like to go with the flow, the way the drawing's running. I find that it's easier for me to go this way, up and down, than it is to go across. You know, it's just for me, but it might be the opposite for you. But anyway, just whatever you're comfortable with. So I'm just going to go and do the same thing, hold the pencil on its side, and go along here like this. I'm sort of doing little spirals. And that sort of just gives it a bit more bark texture, I suppose. You get a few more little imperfections or little flaws in there that you can turn to your own advantage. In fact, that's the beauty of it. And I've got a saying, imperfection is in the eye of the beholder. So what might not be perfect to someone is perfect to someone else. And vice versa, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure if it does, but anyway. So look, there we go. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you go over it, I don't want to go over that much. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Because yeah, a lot of posts are, hello, must be something under my paper there that's creating that bit of a, no, must be just something on the other side of my paper. Alright. Now I'm going to go in there with the blender and just blend all that up. Now usually, generally, the bottom of the rail will be a bit darker because the light source is coming from the top. It's not coming from the ground, from down here. So usually it's just a little bit darker on the bottom. There you go in the end. Right, and then I'm going to just go in there and just see some little, where those little lines are. See there's little imperfections in there that's going to make the rail, and they're always there. You just got to look for them. Yeah. It's usually a bit darker in there where the join is. Now you can, it's like I say to my students, you can spend, well you can do this in like, draw it in 10 minutes. You can spend as much time or as little time as you want. Like I say, it's all about the journey. So, you know, you can spend a couple of hours doing this and just slowly going and just putting in a bit of texture, creating a grainy look or a bark look. Or really we're just trying to make it look like an old fence. And like I say, you can spend as much time or as little time as you want. Personally, I like to take a bit longer because that's what the enjoyment I get from it is. And I've done, I don't know, probably hundreds of these. I never get sick of doing it. I love the feel of the pencil, the lead on the paper. There's something about it, something magical, and I just love the fact that you can, with just a pencil and a bit of paper and an eraser and a ruler, you can make a 3D image. It just completely astonishes me. Now I'm just gonna, where's me? Just gonna tidy this up a little bit. And I didn't start drawing until I wouldn't start any form of art until I was in my 50s, I was about 53 or 54 I think, before I never even had any interest in art. I just thought it was always something that you were, I don't know, born to, or you had parents that were artists. I never really, didn't think anyone could do it, but anyone can. You just got to want to enough. And if you can hold a pencil and write your name, you can learn to draw. I started off, I saw this program, it was an Irish guy by the name of Frank Clark, and it was just a fluke that I happened to see him on the TV. I don't know why it was on that channel, but it was on it. And anyway, he sat there and he said he's going to show you how to have some fun, how to have some more fun. I think that was his name of his TV series. So, and have some more fun stood for horizon, sky, middle ground, foreground. I didn't know that at the time, but I found it all out. So anyway, away he went and he started drawing, and he drew a tree, or he painted a tree. And I couldn't believe it. He just sort of, a couple of strokes here and a couple of dibs, and next minute there was a tree. Well, there's no way, you just can't draw a tree like that. Well, I didn't think he could anyway. Not that I knew anything about it, but, well, he had me hooked anyway. I went and got all the painting stuff. I didn't know what I was getting. But after a while I found that I needed to get more detail. So to get more detail, and then I realised I was going to have to learn to draw. So that was what I did. I started drawing. that's cutting a long story short, actually, to be honest. But so there we go. There we have our first little tutorial, which is just showing us how to just draw a basic fence. And you just gotta, you know, it's always a little bit darker in there, and you can play around with it. You can. Alright. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll get me kneadable eraser and I'll just put a bit of a hang on, we'll just bring that in a little bit. Put that up a bit so you can see it a bit easier. Just like that. And then I'm just going to go in here and just take a little bit out here and there, not too much. You quite often see these on trees, just I don't know what they are, is where the bark's falling off or something. Alright, and then we just go in there and give it another little blending over. That just smooths it all up, softens it. Well, I think, oh well, why don't we make we're going to put a gate. We'll put a gate on here. Just grab me a ruler. And once again, I'm using a ruler, but like I say, you don't have to use a ruler. This is just to help you stay on track. So, first thing we're going to do is put another line down there. Now the gate won't be as wide as the post, so we'll make it I don't know, make it 10 mil. And we'll just go there like that. And when make that line a bit longer going across. And we'll make the gate 50 mil. And put a dot there, and 10 mil for the width of it. Go there, just lightly, just do it lightly, just the weight of the pencil. I don't like the sound of that, it sounds like chalk on a blackboard when I do that. Alright. And outward is the same. We're going to put some rails and just try and keep them a bit straight. I'll just go in between, and I'm just going to make these rails, we'll make them about 5 mil. That's only roughly. There, we come down a bit here. Yeah. About 5 mil roughly. And you know, they could be broken, but this is things you can play around with when you get more into it. Alright. Yeah, that don't look very good, but never mind, that's how it is. Now we get our ruler and we go from the bottom of the top rail to the bottom of the bottom rail, and we're just going to draw, it's going to go behind those rails like that, and then the same from the top of the top rail to the top of the bottom rail, and then we're going to have, and that's the brace that's holding it all together. Alright, now next thing we're going to do is we've got to put some hinges in. So what we'll do is we'll just go and just come out here. It's got to be sort of in this line along here, so we come out like this. Now you can rule it, you can use your ruler, you don't need to. Alright, and then we're going to come to say about here, and then we'll go like this, and then like this, and then we go same here, about there, like that, and like that, and then we're going to just erase this here. Here's my little mono Tombow, if you can see that. Yeah, yeah. These are great little things too. Great little erasers. Good for doing whiskers and things like that. All right, now the next step is we're going to go in. I'm mainly using my HB or 2B pencil, and you know, you really, so long as you don't just use the weight of it. You know, if you want it a bit darker, it's fine. You just push a bit harder. So there's a couple of little bolt holes that are holding it all together, and then in here, these will be screwed into the post, and that's what the hinge will be sitting on. So just going to go like that. Alright. And then we'll go over this, just like we did with the posts. And I'll just put this bit of paper there so we don't smudge everything and get it all over our hands. Just go down and try and just go on one continuous line. It can be a bit tricky to start with, but you get the hang of it. Just one line. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Alright, then we go over here and do this one. Yep. You know, it wasn't made, this fence wasn't, or gate wasn't made in a factory. It was just, what are we doing there? Alright, that's right. Turn it around. You know, it wasn't made in a factory, it was made on the farm. So, we were made with an old saw or something like that, and an axe. So you don't, it's not going to be straight. You know, try and get it as straight as you can, sort of thing. But all right, got that there, and now we're going to go and do the cross bit, just lightly, just do it lightly. I'll probably this pencil I'm using is a bit dark, but it's all right. I'm going to use that to shade in as well. So we're just going to go in here. Just go down to the edge of that gate, hinge. Do the same. It's all about putting down the graphite, trying to create a bit of texture, and then blending it all in. And then sometimes you do a razor bit, take a bit out, and then you know, it's just you're putting down layers. And it's very similar to if you're painting. I don't know if you've done any painting, but painting is the same sort of process. You're painting layers, you know, depending on what medium you're using, but it's light to dark, or you can go dark to light. So we're using acrylics. Alright, now we're going to just do this one here. We'll go in and do the same. Yeah, I made that a little bit dark, that top rail. I don't really like, so I'm going to show you how we're going to, I don't want to have to go that dark, so we're going to have to just take that darkness off a little bit. So what I'll do, just finish this bit, is I'm going to go in with my kneadable eraser, and I'm just going to go over real dark, but I don't want it that dark, because you don't, there's no lines, you know. I mean, you have an edge or something, you get see the edge of something, but you don't actually see a straight line there. I mean, if you look at fences or posts or lamp posts, you know, or you can see where the edge is, where it stops. It's not actually a defined line. So anyway, so we've taken that out. Now I'll go back in again with me pencil, and we'll just go back over that. And actually you see now we've even got more texture that we can play around with. So that's the thing, you put down the graphite, blend it in, take some off, and you get a different effect again. See? That's much better. I'm happy with that. Real happy. Okay, then we're going to do the same here. Alright, now we're going to put there's little bolts, little bolt holes here holding it all together. And then here, and that just sort of gives it you put a little circle like this, it just gives it an impression that it's sort of, you know, it's in the wood. And one there, one there, one there too. Alright, now with our hinges, I just want to just darken that up a bit there, because it's sticking out from the actual the timber of the it might be a bit darker down there, it's in shade. Yeah, just give that a bit of a few little squiggles over that, because it's the impression that it could be rusty old iron. And now look, we go down here, we can see these little bits, these little imperfections that create a texture. See, look at that. I love it when you see that. There's a little knot there, another one there. Alright, I don't know what's going on there, but that'll do too. And then over here, we've got this here, and then we've got line going down here. Now these were not intentional, this is just how it works out, and you'll see them in there. Yeah. And then go along here, it'd be a bit darker in there. And a bit darker there. There. Alright. Yeah, you see this here? Oh. Like I say, you know, you can just keep going. You don't want to overdo it. That's probably enough for now. I find that when I'm doing, especially when I'm doing commissions and that, I like to keep them hanging around for a while, because I always seem to find other things in them. You know, it's very hard to see straight away. Oh yeah, why the heck I didn't see that? So I love doing that, and then I'll go back and they just pop out, they jump out at you. A work in progress. Of course, you know, you've got to finish it at some stage, it's got to finish, but now I think what we'll do, we might just have to put in, we'll put in another post here, but I'm going to do it freehand, just so we've got something to tie the gate to. So we're just going to go down here, and down here, shade it in, same way we've done all the rest of it, in there. And up here. Now the beauty of working with graphite or lead or with pencil is that if you do make a mistake, you can rub it out. But I have to stress, you know, art is, to me, art is about making mistakes. You've got to make mistakes. It's the only way you're going to learn. But mistakes aren't a bad thing. Not at all. It's a good thing. Because you think, oh, is that how you do that? Oh, I mean, I'm self-taught, and I have had to find out, you know, I try and think of how do I make it look, and you sort of sit down and you work it out. You might not get it straight away, but somehow the brain, once you tell it what you're trying to do, it just works out. And I can sit here, sometimes I'm sitting there drawing. I can be drawing for hours without even realising it, which is a bad thing now. You want to have a break at least every 40 minutes at least. You know, I usually set my timer and make sure I get up and go for a walk, because it's so easy just to get so into what you're doing, you forget about the time. And you could be sitting there drawing something over and over and over, and you don't realise what you're doing until you stop and have a look and you think, gee, did I do that? Goodness. Now, we need something to tie the gate, so we're going to just put a little, it could be a string or a bit of rope or a bit of wire. Just going to go around here like that, and then we go or squiggle squiggle, and then down. Is it the illusion of being tied up? Now, what I like to do is just to go over that, just shape, you know, not a straight line. You know, it's sort of a staggered, and that just makes it look a bit more like either a bit of wire or a bit of string. Alright, and then just to finish it off, we'll just put in a little bit of ground down here. So just with the side of the pencil again, along here. There's definitely something there. There's not. Anyway, you see how I sort of like to turn everything to go with the. It's just to me, it's just more comfortable moving things, trying to get the angle, and then we just go in there like that. Alright, and we're going to go in there and blend it, smooth it all out. And then just for good measure, we're going to go in and do a couple of flicks like this. And do some down this end too. Let's just give it the illusion of a bit of grass growing in there. And we can just go along and do this down here as well. Just randomly. I don't want them to look uniform or anything. Alright. And like I said, if you're not happy with something, you can just go in and erase it. Like I think I might just go in here and just put a bit of a, I don't know, maybe a bit like that, so it's not, you know, just a bit more random. I'll go in there and there could be just a bit that's broken off. It does, you know, they get old and it's like people and they break down. So I'm just going to just lighten that up a little bit. There, like that. Oops, didn't mean to do that, so we'll have to, she slipped. Well, now I'll use my little AF mat. This is a great little electric eraser. This one here is a USB one, so it hasn't got batteries. I've been using it for a while now. I've never had to charge it. Alright, so I'm going to just put a few more of those back in there. And you just get a few dots up there. Just gives it a bit more, maybe a bit of that. Makes it just a little bit more realistic. And there you go. There you go. How do you think of that? That's your first lesson. I'll just sort of see if I can just zoom it in a bit so you can get a bit of a closer up look. Oh. Yeah. And I hope yours looks a bit like that. But if it doesn't matter. It's all about the journey. And thanks for following along or watching, and I hope you got something out of it. And if you like this one, I'm going to look at doing a few more, because I've had a few requests, so let's see how we go from here. Thanks everyone.